Hi everybody, it's Sally from Sallystampers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm bringing you my Brushstrokes gift bag. So it's a teeny tiny gift bag. Uses a couple of lots of new products really. As I say, it is only a little teeny tiny, but I quite like it. It's quite delicate because we're using speciality paper here. I've used the wonderful charming sentiments as well, which I find amazing. But can you see the brush strokes on this beautiful paper? As I say, it is only paper, it's not DSP, so it's a little bit thinner. But it comes in Night of Navy, Blushing Bride, Soft Succulent. There are only 3 sheets, 12 by 12, but they are really pretty, and obviously you can see a bit better there how the pattern shows up. It's really lovely. As I say, it is quite fine, quite thin, but it's still nice to use. Just be very careful with it. I didn't realise, and I actually tore my bag. I was rather gutted, hence my sentiment being right down there to hide it a little bit. This is the lovely new silver metallic edge cotton ribbon. Again, like I said, it's really pretty. And it just adds a little bit, but I just thought that would make a nice little gift bag for someone. So I'm going with the soft succulent version this time. So you need it to be the full width, 12 inches by 5 3/4, so you can get 2 out of a sheet. 30.5 by 14.5 centimetres. On the short side, we're simply going to score at 1 3/4, which is 4.5 centimetres. I'm not pressing down too hard, but I am actually just going to go over that twice. And then rotate anti-clockwise, and we're going to score on the long side at 4, 5 3/4, 9 3/4, and 11.5. Okay. Simple. So 10, 14.5, 24.5 and 29 centimetres. Then we're going to fold and burnish these. There is a very faint pattern on the back. I don't know if you can see it. The brush stroke, it is really faint, but that is also quite pretty. So yeah, so carefully fold your paper over and then burnish that score line. Like I said, it is quite delicate, so let's, unlike me, try and be delicate with it. So fold and burnish those score lines. That wasn't straight, was it? Let's try and do that again. Stop moving. Let's go this side. That's better. Although I think I've just completely followed that score line again. This is why you have to be more careful with it, because it just slips and slides to wherever it wishes to go. Okay. I'm really not happy with that at all. Now I can't even see where oh there, that one. Right, so thank you very much, Lee. You'll go where you are told. Right, that's better. Okay, cut these bottom sections. Just like so. That was wonky. Crikey, this is not going well, is it? Cut all those bottom sections and then get rid of this little bit at the end here. And then I am only going to use my seal on this because I don't think I need to use anything stronger. And then this is where it shows me if my scoring went okay or not. Yes, there we go. And then we need to pop these sides in, but I'm actually going to add just a little bit of adhesive. I'm going to use my silicone mat just to stop that adhesive sticking to my paper, because this is where I ripped it before. And then I need a bit on this piece. Is this the back? Right, on here, just to hold it all in place. So those pieces in there, this piece on to there, and then that piece onto there. There we go. That's that part done. Then I completely forgot to do this piece, but I generally measured this before I started. So it'll have to be done like this now. So when I punched my holes, it was random to a degree. I put my ruler on. My bag is 4 inches wide. Obviously the centre is 2, and then I just went 3/4 of an inch either side, and then I did the same on the other side and then just punched them. And I kind of eyeballed the depth, although when I did it before I glued my bag up previously, I used my grid paper and I just put my ruler either side of the paper to make sure I had the same depth from top to bottom, but I'm not too concerned on this occasion. Right, now I'm going to actually use the smaller hole for this one. I did use the larger one on the last one, but then I found I had to double knot the ribbon, which I didn't really want to do, so I'm just going to small hole this one and hope that a single will do. They don't look level, but you know. Right. Once your holes are punched and your bag's not ripped, which is a bonus, that's the back, we need to add some of this gorgeous ribbon. And I'm just, as I say, going to simply knot one end, and then I'm just going to trim that off as far as I can, and then measure about 8 inches, and then I can feed this through here gently and carefully so you don't tear that hole. Feed this one through, and then you can tie your knot in the end. So I'm just going to pull it all the way through so it gives me space to tie my knot. Push it towards the end as much as I can, and then just trim that bit off there. So that's that side done, and then I just need to repeat again here with this side. So put that knot in there, trim that edge, measure about 8, and that way then both of your handles should, famous last words, should be the same length. So that one through there, and then through this one. Tie the knot. And then just cut that short there. Beautiful handles, cute little bag. Then just for my sentiment, a little bit more of heat embossing. Charming sentiments, wishing you everything wonderful. I really quite like that, which is this one here. Versamark. Oh, nearly forgot my little dust buddy. There. And then I went with the metallics embossing powders this time, and I have silver here. Bring my sheet back in. It's nice to use silver for a change instead of using white. Perfect. Tip that back in. Cover that over. And heat tool. Come on. Oh. Heat tool. I like heat embossing silver because it actually shows really well once it's heated. You can really see where you've been with it. And there it goes. Well, isn't it just wonderful? It's like magic. I love heat embossing. Okay, that's that one done. And then I've got my sentiment silhouettes to die cut that out. Now, when I first saw these, I had a little bit of a moment because I thought, how am I supposed to know which one works with which? But actually, it's process of elimination that's quite quick and quite simple. So obviously these long ones here are going to be these long ones here. Equally, it almost works in order. So, so this, obviously this one here is like a capital I is clearly this one. This one with the little loops on the end here is for this one, Beyond Grateful. It just, you know, the more I looked at it, the more I thought, actually, this is really evident. Thank you is, again, with the swirls. It just became more obvious as I used it that actually I know now which one's which. So don't let it be daunting, because actually it is quite simple. So my die here for this wonderful one. I've got my Big Boss just because it's out. I've been using it a lot, so I would use this, but obviously these will fit through your mini if you have one. Pop that on there, that on there. I think that looks about right. Run it through. And because this bag is quite pretty anyway and quite small, I decided to literally just stick this on with some seal, not use dimensionals. I just thought if I use dimensionals, it's going to stand it out, and then when your bag stood up, you're just sort of going to see the dimensionals. So I went with seal instead. Pop it on the bottom there, and then just as a final bit of bling, because there's never enough bling in my opinion, I went with the beautiful iridescent rhinestones, which, as you know, I love, and I think they're great because they pull in the colours as well of the bags. But there they are, my Brushstrokes gift bag. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.